For years, I thought wealth was just about money, net worth, portfolio balance, investment returns. And then I met a billionaire who told me I was completely wrong. He said, Cameron, if all you want is money, you're not wealthy, you're just rich. And that's not the same thing. That conversation changed everything for me. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 pillars of real wealth and how to build all of them at the same time. And stick around because this is the framework I use with every client now, and the one I'm using to design my own life. Hey, I'm Cameron, wealth advisor here in Bend, dad of 4 kids under 5, and host of The Advisor Outdoors. If you're new here, welcome. I help high-earning professionals, doctors, dentists, business owners, people who are crushing it career-wise, build work-optional lives. And that means a life where you have the freedom to ski on powder days, raft rivers, travel with your family, and eventually maybe sail the world on a catamaran. That's one of my 10-year goals. But here's the thing, most financial advisors and most high earners are optimizing for the wrong thing. They're laser focused on one pillar of wealth and ignoring the other 4. So today I'm walking you through all 5 pillars. This framework comes from Sahil, who I think is one of the smartest thinkers on wealth and life design, but I've adapted it for the way I work with clients and the way I live my own life. So let's dive in. Okay, this is one everyone knows, financial wealth. Net worth, investment accounts, real estate, the stuff that shows up on your balance sheet. But here's where most people and most advisors get it wrong. They think financial wealth is just about accumulation. Bigger number equals better. That's not true. Financial wealth is about 5 things, not 1, 5. Earn, protect, grow, distribute, enjoy. So let me break that down. Earn, how do you maximize your income? This is career capital, skill stacking, negotiation, entrepreneurship. If you're a dentist, are you maximizing your per hour earnings? Are you structuring your practice for tax efficiency? Are you building a team so you're not trading time for money forever? And then protect. This is insurance, asset protection, estate planning. Boring? Yes. Critical? Absolutely. I've seen people build $5 million in wealth and lose it all because they didn't have the right disability insurance or liability coverage. And then grow. This is investing, but not just max out your 401k and hope for the best. This is tax efficient investing, private markets, real estate, diversification across asset types and tax buckets. This is where most advisors live, but it's really only one piece. Then the next piece is distribute. How do you get your money out in retirement without getting crushed by taxes? Required minimum distributions, Roth conversions, tax loss harvesting, charitable giving strategies. Most people spend 40 years saving and 0 hours planning the distribution phase. That's backwards. And then enjoy. This is one nobody talks about. What's the point of having $10 million if you never use it? If you feel guilty every time you spend? I have clients literally worth $20 million who won't book a vacation because they're afraid to waste money. That's not wealth, that's just hoarding. So financial wealth isn't just about the number, it's about building a system that lets you earn smart, protect what matters, grow efficiently, distribute tax smart, and spend guilt-free on the life you actually want. This is the one that changes everything, and it's one of the most important that high earners sacrifice first. Time wealth is autonomy. Control over your calendar, the ability to say no, the freedom to take a Tuesday off and go skiing because it dumped 2 feet overnight. And here's the hard truth. You can have $50 million in the bank and be time poor. I know surgeons who are financially wealthy but can't take a week off without their practice collapsing. That's not wealth, that's a golden cage. So how do you build time wealth? First, you want to ruthlessly eliminate time debt. What are you spending time on that doesn't move the needle? Meetings that should be emails, administrative tasks that should be delegated, clients or projects that drain you. You want to cut them. Second, build systems and teams. If you're a business owner, your job is to build a business that runs without you. If you're a high-income W-2 employee, your job is to become so valuable that you can negotiate for flexibility. Then third, you want to design your life around time blocks, not task lists. I block time for my kids, I block time for skiing, I block time for deep work with clients. Everything else is noise. And here's the kicker, time wealth is more valuable than financial wealth because you can always make more money. You cannot, of course, make more time. Then pillar 3, social wealth. This one's uncomfortable for a lot of high achievers because it's not measurable. You can't track it on a spreadsheet. But study after study shows the same thing. The quality of your relationships is the single biggest predictor of long-term happiness and longevity. Social wealth is family, close friends, community, the people you call at 2 a.m. if you needed help. And here's the thing, it's really easy to let this one slide. You get busy, you prioritize work, you stop calling your college buddies, you miss your kid's soccer game because of a client meeting, and then one day you wake up, you're 55, you're financially set, and you're lonely. I see this all the time, successful people with money and no one to enjoy it with. So how do you build social wealth? First, schedule it. I put family dinners on my calendar. I put camping trips with friends on my calendar. If it's not scheduled, it won't happen. And then second, you want to invest in experiences, not stuff. The research here is clear. Shared experiences create deeper bonds than material gifts. And then third, just be present. Put your phone down. Stop multitasking. If you're with your kids, be with your kids. Social wealth is built slowly over years. You can't buy it, you can't hack it, you just have to show up. Pillar 4 is physical wealth. This is longevity, movement, energy, the ability to ski at 80, play with your grandkids at 90, and live independently at 100. And here's the truth, if you don't have your health, nothing else really matters. I work with clients who have $20 million but can't hike a mile without stopping, so what's the point? The latest research on longevity from people like Peter Attia, David Sinclair, and even Brian Johnson shows that the key isn't just living longer, it's compressing morbidity. That means staying healthy and active until the very end, not spending your last 10 years in decline. So how do you build physical wealth? First, you want to move just every single day. Walk, run, lift, climb, doesn't matter, just move, 30 minutes minimum. Second is prioritize sleep. This is the highest ROI health investment you can make. 8 hours, non-negotiable if you can. And then third, eat real food. I'm not going to tell you to go carnivore or vegan or whatever, just eat mostly whole foods, protein, vegetables, healthy fats, skip the processed garbage. And fourth, invest in preventative care, annual physicals, blood work, DEXA scans, VO2 max testing. Catch problems early. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life, so if you don't maintain it, it's going to break down. And then pillar 5, mental wealth. This is the one I struggle with the most, and I think a lot of high achievers do. Mental wealth is clarity. Peace, resilience, the ability to handle stress, uncertainty, and setbacks without falling apart. It's philosophy, stoicism, mindfulness, gratitude, all the stuff that sounds soft but is actually the hardest to master. Because here's the thing, you can have all the money in the world, perfect health, amazing relationships, and still feel anxious, stressed, and unfulfilled if your mental game is weak. So, how do you build mental wealth? First, build a daily mindfulness practice. Meditation, journaling, morning walks, really whatever works for you. I journal every morning, just 5 minutes, it clears my head. Second is you want to study philosophy. Stoicism really changed my life, actually. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, these guys figured out 2,000 years ago what modern psychology is just now catching up to. You can't control what happens to you. You can only control how you respond. I'm sure you've heard that. Third is practice gratitude. Every night, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for. It sounds cheesy, but it really does work like magic. Fourth, get therapy or coaching if you need it. There's no shame in getting help. In fact, the most successful people I know all have coaches or therapists or sometimes both. Mental wealth is the foundation. If your mind is strong, everything else gets easier. Okay, so here's the framework. Financial wealth, earn, protect, grow, distribute, enjoy. Time wealth, control your calendar, build systems, protect your freedom. Social wealth, invest in relationships, show up, be present. Physical wealth, move, sleep, eat well, compress morbidity. Mental wealth, clarity, philosophy, resilience. And here's the thing, you don't build these one at a time, you build them together because they're all connected. If you have time wealth, you can invest in social wealth. If you have physical wealth, you can have the energy to build financial wealth. If you have mental wealth, you can handle the stress of building everything else. This is the life I'm designing for myself. This is the framework I use with every client. And it's the reason I'm planning to sail around the world with my wife and 4 kids in about 10 years. Not because I'll have the most money, but because I'll have built wealth across all 5 pillars. So if this resonated with you, do me a favor, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want help building your own 5-pillar wealth plan, DM me the word adventure, and I'll send you my free 5 pillars wealth assessment. It's a simple checklist to see where you're strong and where you need to focus. Thanks for watching. Now get outside and build something great.